Welcome to Winning with Annalee. I'm your host, Annalee Leonard, president and founder of Mainstay Financial Group on the corner of Cervantes and Perry. I'm so glad you're back with us today because we're talking about our extremely special event that's coming up in just a few weeks. I can't believe we have been planning this since last year, and now we're just a few weeks away, so I'm getting nervous. Joan and Deb are trying to calm me down. It's difficult, believe me, because I get so wound up in this. But we're about to sponsor for our second time E to the power of 3. And this is an idea I came up with a few years ago. We went to a meeting and I came back and I said, you know, we've got to do more for the women in our community, especially the women 55 years of age and above. There are a lot of educational things out there for the younger women. How to save your money, how to raise your children, how to do this, how to do that. But what I've seen over the years is there isn't really a lot for the women 55 years and above. If they do have something, it'll be a fashion show or a feel-good day, and those are fine, but we need a lot more than that. So E to the power of 3 is the fact that if I can educate you, I can enlighten you. If I can enlighten you, I can empower you to make correct decisions. And that's what life is all about, because as we age, things change. So I've got two really special people here with me today. Very good friends, people I love dearly, but wonderful, wonderful business associates. I've got Deb Alonzo from Sacred Heart Hospital, Senior Spirit. Deb, gosh, you and I have been working together 14?
A long time.
14, 15 years. I mean, we kind of know each other by now.
We do.
You know what to expect from me, and you know
what to expect from
and
me.
I know what to expect. And we both have schnauzers, so we both have that little piece of our brain missing. And then Dr. Joan Connell, who is my business partner. And a lot of you probably know Joan because she, in her former life, was actually the head of nursing, the nursing department out of Pensacola State College.
That's
when
correct.
It was Pensacola Junior College.
Pensacola Junior College. I still meet some of my former graduates out in the community. So just met one right outside of Sam's.
All of a sudden this lady's coming up to Joan and she's like, "Hello, how are you? How have you been?" And Joan's like, I'm good.
Yeah, at least I remember who she was.
And you did remember,
so
it was really, really good. So we have been in this community for years. We love this community. And one of the things we want to do is give back to the community. We spend a lot of hours doing that. All of us do.
Yes, we do.
We work hard. We spend a lot of time trying to help people, and then when we finally play, we play hard. But it's just a part of everything that's there. So let's talk a little bit about E to the power of 3. And our theme this year is we're going to be talking about living a balanced life and how things change as we get older, whether we like to admit it or not, and the fact that life happens.
Right. So really what we're looking at is learning how to deal with the imbalances that might happen to what we think was a balanced life, and then we have changes. So so things get out of balance sometimes.
Things get out of balance, and Deb, you and I know how quickly that can happen.
Oh, yes, we do.
I mean, we both had our own experiences. You know, years ago I thought I could fly and found out I couldn't. I fell off a ladder and destroyed my right leg, and in months just totally laid up. And you talk about from living the pace I lived to all of a sudden you're in a bed, you can't move. That's when you start realizing, wow, this is what long-term care is. This is what the other things were. And then, what is it, 2 years ago now?
No.
Was it 2 years, 1 year?
I just hit 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
Tell them what you did.
I thought I could fly too, apparently, and I broke my wing. So that was my dominant hand.
That's right.
And so it really put me back.
Put you back.
Where I was unable to do a lot of
And
things.
you were just at the hospital walking from meeting to meeting. And it was one of those cold, icy days, and the foot and the curb didn't meet, and
there I went.
All of a sudden there you were gone, and Deb's life changed. And you and I both found out all of a sudden of, wow, this is what it's like to have to depend on other people.
It's a reality that you don't understand unless you were there. I know just a common thing like opening a jar. I couldn't open a jar by myself. I couldn't do anything. I mean, you know, there's a lot of personal things that you can't do, but you really understand what it's like to be someone that's a senior or disabled, or, you know, that maybe they just go without because they're not going to ask somebody.
Because they won't ask someone. That's a great point, Deb. So, you know, it's a reality of life, and we all do what we can to stay healthy, to stay active. But the truth of it is, serious things do happen, and sometimes it isn't us, it's a member of your family.
That's right.
Yes.
You went through some of that, Joan, with your mom when she got ill.
Yes, I did, and suddenly had to leave work and go down to South Florida to take care of her. And you know, it was almost a blessing that it wasn't that long that it went on, but it really makes me understand what people go through, especially on a long-term basis. It's just incredible, and it's very, very difficult. So, so we want to help people prepare for that kind of thing.
Yeah, and we want to make sure we can afford the things that could possibly happen. And it may not be you yourself, but it may be a parent, it may be an aunt or an uncle, sometimes even your child that needs particular help. So you've got to be educated on, how do I keep myself balanced, and where do I go for help? I mean, don't you find that, isn't that one of the things we get all the time with people? They come to us and say,
I don't know what to do.
Right. Who should I ask?
Who
do
should I
call?
And then, you know, they want to know that it's someone that they can trust and depend upon.
Right.
So that's a huge issue.
That's a huge issue, and that's specifically why we have formed the Escarosa Senior Alliance group of professionals we know we can send our clients to, or send someone in need to, and they'll be taken care of. And that's exactly why we're doing E to the power of 3. Where do you go for answers? How do you prepare yourself? You know, what's going on? And I've been in this community doing what I do 26 years now. Deb, Sacred Heart's been around, God, over 100.
Well, we are celebrating, as a matter of fact, 100 years this year.
Year.
We've served the community for 100 years. You're going to see a lot of, I'm sure you'll see a lot in the paper and a lot of things going on to celebrate. Because and the old Sacred Heart building is still over on 12th Avenue.
That's right.
What a piece of history. What
Just walk through our halls and you can see all the wonderful pictures of our history, which
it's wonderful.
is amazing.
It is. It's fantastic. And, you know, I'm so blessed that years ago, Sacred Heart and Mainstay started working together, where I can go in and teach people about financial things that are going on and preparing. But one of the reasons I wanted to work with Sacred Heart is because the hospital spends so much time giving back to the community. You have a wonderful thing there called the Foundation.
Yes, we do.
Sacred Heart Foundation. Could you tell me a little bit about the foundation and what it does?
Well, most people do know about our foundation, and our mall ball that we had in January was completely sold out.
That was great.
And that is a huge fundraiser for the hospital, and it goes all for the children, which is fantastic. The foundation raises funds to support free health screenings in the community for seniors or for people that cannot afford health insurance. We have, they raise funds for our cancer patients and the Cancer Center. Miracle Camp. Miracle Camp is a wonderful camp that is supported by the foundation. And it both serves children and adults, cancer patients. So those are just a few. There's so many things the foundation.
You do. So when we decided to do E to the power of 3, we went to Sacred Heart, we talked to Deb, and we said we would love to do this as a partnership with the hospital, because you already have this whole structure set up to give back to the community. So we don't want to duplicate our efforts. So we said, let's work together. And in doing that, like you said, a lot of things that are done are for the children, and there are a tremendous amount of things out there for the children. We wanted to do something specifically for the women in the community.
Yes.
That can't afford their health care, and maybe that health screening could avoid some really bad thing from occurring. I mean, if nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
Well, you figure, look at the women who can't afford to get a mammogram.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, or they don't know where to go. I mean, maybe this could help them.
Sure.
Or some certain kind of blood test that they can't afford to get. And find out, get it done, and get treated early.
Yeah.
So, and see, this is my vision. My vision is the mall ball. Every time I saw the ad for the mall ball, and it was completely sold out, my vision is like in 5 years, the power of E3 is going to be one
Sold
of
out.
these sold out.
Sold
Big
out.
fundraiser.
Wait. What do you mean
Maybe
5 years?
this year.
That's my goal this year.
This year, all right.
That is my
But-
goal this year.
Well, I set the bar too low.
You set the bar
Whatever,
too low.
That's right.
honey.
Yeah.
We're very excited about this. This
Yes,
is
we are so excited
It's just a wonderful
because we've
day.
worked so hard on this, and it's a day when so many professional women come together to share their expertise at no cost. We're not charging us individually.
Right, to be paid
we
to
are
do the
not
presentation.
charging anybody to say you've got to come and hear me. There is a fee to come to E to the power of 3, but that covers our setup, that covers your food. And if I'm correct, we're having another wonderful hot buffet lunch.
Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah?
Yes, we are. I've had special requests for certain
items from
already.
last year.
So, yes, that's all coordinated and
Yeah.
ready to
Good.
go.
That's
Wonderful.
great.
And Deb is a vegetarian, so she always makes sure that we have food
That's
there.
right.
For
Yeah.
those of you who don't want anything else, Deb always makes sure our vegetarians are taken care of.
That's right.
And if you do have special needs, and let us know ahead of time, we'll do whatever we can to help take care of that.
Most
But we get
definitely so.
snacks in the morning, we get a wonderful lunch, we get snacks in the afternoon. I've never had a meeting at Sacred Heart where I've left hungry.
Well, I'd say the biggest complaint is there's too much food.
Too much food,
That's right.
definitely too
That's
much
right.
food.
That was our problem.
That's always our problem, but everybody enjoys it.
Yes,
Everybody definitely does. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to tell you a little bit about where to go to our website, which Joan has been so instrumental in getting set up for us, how you can purchase tickets, how you can be a sponsor, because we are looking for women who own businesses who want to come and be a sponsor, or a woman who has a place of authority in a business where you could come and represent that business. We like you guys, but I'm sorry, you can't come out that day. You get your own day at another time. This is just for the ladies, but you could buy a ticket for your wife or somebody who works for you that you want to give them something special. We'll be glad to do that for you, okay? So we'll take a short break, and then we'll be back in just a bit.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Mainstay Financial Group offers advocacy and personal financial guidance in a caring environment. That's the heart of our practice. At Mainstay, we're dedicated to exemplary service and a caring relationship with our client, not with a number. Plan for the future now with Mainstay Financial Services.
When you're finished with your food or beverage cartons, toss it in the recycling bin. Because every carton is recyclable and can be turned into useful paper products. Put your carton in the bin with your other recyclables and let them start a new life. When the contents are gone, let the carton live on. Recycle your cartons.
Welcome back to Winning with Annalee. I'm your host, Annalee Leonard, president and founder of Mainstay Financial Group on the corner of Cervantes and Perry. And yes, construction is going on, has been going on for a while. We're doing a major expansion of our business, which I am just so excited about. We're going to be able to have more meetings now and more groups come in, bringing in a couple more junior associates. So it's just a very exciting time for us. But the most exciting thing that's going on right now is E to the power of 3.
Yes.
That's right, this month,
That-
March
I mean, just
28th.
a couple of
Yeah,
weeks,
we're
just a
marching
few
down.
weeks, March
That's right.
28th. And Deb, tell them where we're going to have E to the power of 3.
We are actually going to hold it in the auditorium at Sacred Heart Hospital, and it's our beautiful conference center, and it's in the
Yes.
front of the hospital. Easy parking because it'll be Saturday. That's usually
Yes.
something people worry about, so you won't have that problem at all.
On ahead. And we've got valet parking too for the ladies that need it, or does that
Not
happen
on Saturday.
Not on Saturday.
We have to let those guys
Maybe
off
I'll
on
get Dan to
Saturday.
come in and
Yeah,
we'll
we
put a
could
little
do that.
hat on him or something. You know, he'll love it. Dan will love
Yes.
that. So right there at the hospital on a Saturday, no problem with parking. We start
8 a.m.
8 a.m. Get there for registration because right at 8:30 we're going to start with our speaker. And Joni, tell them about our wonderful speaker.
Well, the speaker we have this year is Rita Craig, and
Yes.
Rita is the president and the founder of Top Tier Leadership.
Yes.
She's a renowned speaker internationally and nationally.
Yes.
She speaks to businesses, large corporations, and also individual groups, small groups like ours. And she's the author of a book, as a matter of fact, and it's titled I Showed You So, and it's lessons from life,
Mom.
from
Lessons
mom
from
about
Mom
business.
about
That's right.
business
That's right.
life.
Anyway, it's a very
Yeah.
complicated term
Yeah,
title, but it's
well,
a
think
good
about
book.
it. Lessons from Mom about the
business
business
of
life.
life. Right.
I
There
just
you
think
go.
that's
Yeah.
perfect. I
And
just
the
think that's
important thing
perfect.
is that, and the reason we really are excited about having Rita is because Rita is a woman who actually is living the life that many of you out there are living right now. Taking care of an older parent, perhaps, and you're also supporting taking care of your younger children. So Rita is in that situation. She has a 90-year-old mother, and she has children, I think, in high school and college or whatever. But, so she's in that generation where she can really relate to those of you who will be coming to the power of E3.
And let's talk a little bit about some of the people we're going to have there speaking. And if people want to learn more, Joan, where would they go?
Well, everyone should visit thepowerofE3.com, www.powerofE3.com, and I believe it's up on the screen for you to take a look at. But that website has all the information about the event. You'll notice in
You
addition
can register
to,
on there.
That's right. You can register.
Pay.
You can pay. You can buy tickets directly online. You can also, if you have not yet decided to be a sponsor and wish to be a sponsor or a supporter of the event, you can go to the website and make that selection as well online. So if you're not comfortable doing that online, there's forms you can download and either mail or bring into our Mainstay office because we're the point of contact for the event. And we'd be more than happy to help you.
Or you can call us.
Or you
us
can
at
call us.
437-3127. Lynette will be happy to walk you through any of the steps. Or if you want to come in and fill in a form and write a check and leave it with Lynette, that's perfectly fine.
Absolutely.
Some people are like myself and you're computer impaired, so we'll take care of you. We'll help you. So let's talk a little bit more, if we can, about some of the other topics and speakers.
Annalie, before we get to that, and before
Yes.
I forget, I just want to mention that, remember last year we had some women, some younger women who were below 55.
Yes.
They called because they said, and I remember so often I'd get a phone call and say,
Yes.
listen, I'm only 44, but I
Can I
really want
come?
to
Can I
come
come?
because I want to
Yes.
bring my mother. Well, absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, we're not going to be checking IDs at the door.
No.
All right.
No.
So
No.
please, you know, if there's a reason you're totally interested in this, maybe some of
Come.
it,
You'll
learn
learn.
something.
You'll learn.
something.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of our speakers, Deb. So let's talk about some of the people we have. One of them is near and dear to your heart.
Yes, it is. Our Dr. Ann Payne Johnson.
Yes.
She will be coming in and talking about women's health issues. She is actually in our PACE medical building. She's a dynamic speaker.
Yes.
And plus she is just funny and and easy to talk to, and she's just a wonderful. Everybody that meets her just loves her to death.
Yeah, she's a very educated woman,
yes.
and you know, she actually went to school in New Orleans, so she and I have that in common. We talk about New Orleans and Mardi Gras and the food, and we do get carried away. But she is going to come talk to you about health, not the food in New Orleans, because that is not good for your health. So we're going to have Dr. Ann Johnson there and talking kind of about a holistic approach to your health.
To women's health.
And of course, we're going to have Sue Strawn there. Sue's going to be our MC.
Sue, for the second year now.
Yes.
She has agreed to be the MC for the event. She stays the whole day.
Yes, she
and
does.
She totally does that out of her love for Sacred Heart.
Yes. Yeah.
And we
And for
very, very
women,
much
her
appreciate
love
the
for the
women.
women.
That's right. And
who
all that
gives more
Sacred Heart
back to
does.
the community.
That's right.
I mean, that woman is always giving back to the community, so it's great to have her as a part of us. I'm going to be there speaking on financial aspects. Catherine Coles is going to be with us talking about adaptations to our home we have to make. Let's see, Joni, who else is going to be?
Well, the other person, we're going to have a lady come and talk about self-defense and safety awareness for women, which becomes an incredibly important issue.
Yes.
Especially as we age. And,
Unfortunately. And please, ladies, don't think because you've reached a certain age or you've put a few pounds on that somebody's not going to possibly come after you because they're going to find you unattractive. That's not how these brains work. And the lady that is going to come in and talk to us will tell you her own story. And it's important that we empower ourselves enough to walk through this world with confidence. We should not have to walk around being scared all the time. So if you just come and learn something from that, it will definitely empower your day. And of course, one of my favorite attorneys.
Kathleen DeMaria will be there, helping us understand the legal issues related to that are important for women of our age.
Very, very important. You know, the laws have become so stringent now. People will come in and I'll say, well, who's your medical power of attorney? Oh, well, I don't have one. My daughter will take care of me. Well, you can't do that anymore. I mean, Deb, you work in a hospital.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I mean, the daughter goes in and no power of attorney says, how's mom? And what's the legal answer got to be?
Sorry,
can't talk
with
to
all
you.
the HIPAA laws and everything, privacy laws. You
it's
you need
unbelievable.
to have. You don't want to wait till that part
No,
of your.
no.
If,
That's
if
part
you
of the
have
plan.
a parent, you want to be planning. That's
Pre-plan.
because you're going to
Get it
be under
done.
a lot of stress,
That's
and the last thing you want to do is try to deal with legal.
And that really
issues
is the
at
whole
that
point
time.
of our day, and that is to help develop a plan in various aspects, all of which in your life fit together.
Exactly, because it's you know, and this is what I tell people all the time when they come in and we talk about their financial plan. It's like you got a piece here and a piece here and a piece here and a piece there, and it's spread out all over the place, and the job is to bring it all together and make it one picture where you can make a plan of moving from this area to that area. And that's what this day is about. How do we keep you balanced as we journey through life and the changes that life brings with it?
And you know, the other thing is, people who come to this, the women who come to this, they have fun.
Oh,
It's
we
not,
have a
like we're
wonderful
making
time.
it sound like really serious.
Oh, no, we
But
have a wonderful
It really
time.
is. It's a fun day. You get to meet some new people. You get to meet a lot of different business women who have vendor tables, and you they highlight their business. You find out what's
you
available.
forgot one real important part too.
Yeah.
The door prizes.
The door
Oh, the door
prizes.
prizes.
Oh,
That's
that's right. We will have door
door
prizes. Our sponsors will,
That's right.
some of
Yes.
our sponsors will have
That's a
some
favorite.
very nice door prizes there. And all you got to do to be eligible for the door prize is buy your ticket.
That's right. That's right. And remember, get your tickets now. Go to the website. You can purchase them there or find the information. They're $50. It's a bargain. It's a bargain. $50 for
Up
a
to the
ticket up
19th.
until through March 18th.
Yes.
And then they go up to 65.
60.
60, I'm sorry.
60 from the
And then they
19th
go
through the 27th.
And then at
if
the door
you buy
they-
them at the door, they go up to 65.
Yeah.
So save yourself some money. You're going to enjoy the day. You're going to learn a tremendous amount. All of us will be there like busy
course.
bees running all over the place. But one of the things we so loved during that day, and I know you and I so much last year, and Joan too, we just love going from person to person and talking and hearing your story and why you're there, or why you brought your mom to this, or why you think your daughter has to know certain things that are happening. It's a great day. It's a day to educate, because if I can educate you, I can enlighten you. If I can enlighten you, I can empower you to make the correct decisions in life. I think you know by now, watching the three of us here today, we're excited about it. We believe in having a good time.
Yes, we do.
We always do. Every time we have our meetings, we have a good time. We get a lot done, but we have a good time. Life's too short not to.
That's right.
I mean, we gotta have a good time. We've got to do good for others, help the foundation do things for the community, and just remember that every penny of proceeds that we make is going to go right back into our own community to help the people in our community who cannot take care of themselves. This to us is so important. It's such a wonderful day. We're so excited about it. Normally the day after we all collapse because we put so much into it, but we want you to be a part of this. Call us, call Deb. We'll be glad to go over things with you. Go to the website. Say it again one more time, Jenny.
Powerofe3.com.
Powerofe3.com. Go to the website. Call our office, 437-3127. We'll help you get registered. We'll help you walk through the day. And we will see you 8 a.m. March 28th at Sacred Heart Hospital for E to the power of 3. It will change your life. It changes ours because we put so much love and effort and excitement into this thing. We're better women every year we do this. You'll be a stronger woman for coming. We look forward to seeing you. Make sure you stop and tell each of us hello. We'll look forward to it. We'll see you March 28th.